All right, good afternoon. Methodical Man here, coming to you this afternoon with a backtest video for you. I just kind of been paying attention. You saw the thumbnail, obviously. So we're going to be backtesting the 786 pullback. And we're just going to use today's action. And we're going to be on the 15-second chart. And what I'm going to be looking at is just we're going to test any push-up that actually tags us in at the 786. The idea, or my thought process, is we don't take the entry off the 786. We wait for price to show us a green candle, and then we take the entry and trade back through the 786. Hopefully that makes sense to you there. But so on this here, we would not have taken the entry until the candle here pushed back above the 786. And if it breaks the low, then you just don't take the entry. So that's kind of the idea. So in this particular scenario, and what I'm trying to figure out is kind of like, what's the average win to loss? What's the average stop loss? And then kind of what's the average winner, right? So you can see this one was one tick away from taking out from making a new low there, but it did not. So once price kind of broke back above here, you would take it. And I'm thinking the target would be the previous swing high. So it's kind of what we're thinking there. So let's just kind of go through and see here and mark this out. If you're unfamiliar with what a 786 is, it's just a 78% pullback. Simple as that. So that one right there would have yielded, we'll just say 18 handles with a 5-handle stop. So I'm kind of trying to figure out like the R to R as well. So then price pushes back up and starts to pull back. And here's the idea. Once it pulls back and it kind of pushes back up, well, then, then we're no longer looking for kind of a bullish pullback there. You're looking for a bearish pullback, and maybe you don't take the first one. So this one does not get to the 786, and then you just kind of fib from the next swing high there, swing low. So you can see we have a little pullback candle there. So that's all I'm really doing here. I'm just kind of looking at how many times price trades back to the 786 type deal. This might be the wrong way to do it. I don't really know. That's just what I'm thinking. So you can see price never kind of never came back there. So you wouldn't really be taking any of those entries. So right here, this would have been an entry if we zoom in here a little bit. So we're fibbing from this swing low. Actually, let's see, that one would go there. So that's not an entry. Then this one would go here. So this is what I'm saying. If price pushes back up, but it doesn't give us a green candle bounce off the 786 there, then we're not going to take it. Now, it's kind of hard to see here because we don't really know if this candle bounced off here or not, right? Hard to tell there. That's what makes this kind of difficult here if you're zoomed in like that. So, and also, I'm not super familiar with this. I don't know whether on a move like this, you would take the entry short here because it bounced off the 786, but it never would have came back to the swing there before stopping you out. So in this scenario, small risk, but you would lose 4 handles on that one. So then I guess at that point, once you got stopped out, you'd switch into the other direction, right? I guess it helps if we have it the right way there. There we go. So on this one, you had this little leg up, 786 pullback, right into the VWAP. So stop would be a 2-handle stop and a 5-handle winner. So again, I'm just kind of looking at every one here. I don't really know if that's the proper way to do this or not, but That's the idea. So price pulls back to the 786, bounces, we get a green candle, we take our entry. We'll just call it a 3-handle stop there, and it pushes back up 9.5 handles. So we'll say 9. Because I'm assuming you're just going to put your stop right there at the swing low, right? So then we go up to the next swing high here. And there could be some in here that I'm kind of missing, right? Could be some that you're just missing. So in this scenario, comes back down, lightsabers down, bounces back up, does not get back to the swing high. So again, in this test, I don't know at what point you would move your stop to kind of break even there. I don't really know. So in this particular one, we lose 3 handles. So that one stops us out. Once that stops us out, then we're kind of looking for the bearish move, right? We need to switch this around. So we're looking for the pullback to 786. Do we get it? Yes, we do. Does it run to the target? Yes, it does here. So let's measure the stop, 2-handle stop. Or I'm sorry, I'm measuring that from the wrong spot. 3.5 handle stop with 13 handle take profit. So far, 4 winners, 2 losers so far. So then price pulls back here, pops back up. So then we would measure this way on this leg. That's the high. This is the low. So the thought process for me is if we pop back and then we make a new high, then that's your next swing, and you measure that. You measure from there. So to me, that would be, and anybody who's using this strategy, you can kind of correct me down below if we're looking at this from the wrong perspective, right? So what happens here? This pushes up, pulls back. We have wickage on this here. So it looks like to me we probably would have gotten long there. So let's go ahead and measure this one for a loss, 1.75. And again, I don't know whether this is a situation where we just keep our loss 10 points back, 5 points back. That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out here. So far, the average stop has been between 5 and 2 handles, not very much. So price pushes back up, makes a new swing high. So technically, we would pull to here. And the idea is to take every one, right? So we almost get to the 786. We start to push up, but we don't get there. Now price just trades right through here and goes through the low. So I don't think we ever take this trade because it doesn't pop back above here green. Now, just for purposes, we're still going to mark this down as a loser because there is a chance that maybe we did take it, right? Maybe we did take it. So now we're going to start in the other direction now that we're stopped out there. Go from swing to swing, no pullback. That pulled back to the 618. And some people do take these off the 618. I'm only going to be looking at the 786. So here is a 786 pullback. We're tagged in here and then just immediately stopped out. 3 handles. I don't think this thing has to win all that often. If you're getting 3 to 4, R here, I don't think it has to win all that often. But you guys let me know. And it may be that taking maybe a 6 tick or a 12 tick or 5 handles or something like that off here might make more sense. I don't really know. So that's another loser there, just assuming that we took it. We're just assuming that we're taking every one. And that's what I'm doing here. Like I said, just a quick back test. We're not doing anything fancy here, so don't get upset with me. This is just a quick back test on this, just to kind of see from some of today's action how things would have went. So push down. Do we touch the 786 here? We do not. We push back down. So this will be a scenario where we probably move that down. Still stick to the same swing low. Pushes down, hits the 786, runs to the target there. So 786, we'll call that 3 handles as a stop, 10 handles as a winner. So the average stop right now is really small on all these move downs. And again, we're just looking at taking every single one here. That's the idea. So once again, price gives us our target. Then we fib this leg, 786 pullback, 3 handle stop, and 10 handle winner, almost 11, but we'll call it 10. And here we go. Once more, move down to the next swing, bring this down to the next leg. And again, 786 pullback here. Let's see here. We have 4.5 handle stop. Does this ever come down to our target? It does. It takes it a minute, but it gets there. So let's take a look here and see. 4.5 handle stop, 19 handle winner. We're just going to call that a 5 handle stop just for safety purposes there to make sure we're not being overly conservative. So this would have been the winner. That's where we got the win. So we would take that there. And again, 786 pushes back down. So let's measure. 3 handle stop, 11 handle winner. Would have got that right there. And this is just taking every one of them, every single one. So the one that made us the winner, we need to move to that one next. That's this leg here. Oh, excuse me. Got to stretch. Little stiff there. So this never pushed back up, made a new low, so we'd move on down. Never pushed back up, made a new low, we move on down. Now, price pushes back up, we certainly take this entry. And that is 3 handles, 3.25 handles, and that's a loss. Loss of 3 handles. And then once we get that, we switch into the other direction here. Hopefully you guys are kind of picking up on what we're doing here. It's not anything rocket science, right? Not rocket science related here. 1.5 handle stop and 5.5 handle winner. This price tags us in here, bounces around, doesn't stop us out, then goes in for a winner. So 5 handles, we'll just call that a 2 handle stop. You can see on most of these, the risk to reward is kind of what you're seeing here. We're getting a pretty decent risk to reward here. So once again, pulled back, tag us in here. 2 handle stop, 7.5 handle winner. And this might be something that I look at doing tomorrow in tomorrow's action. All right, since we did, this was our last winner. That gave us the win. So here, pulled back, tagged us in, so this would have been a loser. So we're going to try to count all the losers as well. Only 2.5 handles. We'll call that 3. Average loser right now is about 3 handles. So very, very small losers there. All right, no pullback to the 786. Made a new low. We just keep pulling this on down. We don't change the swing on the new lows made. We leave the swing the same. So here we go. Pulls back into the 786. Tags us in. Let's go ahead and measure the stop. 3.25 and the winner 11.75. So we'll just call that 11 and 3. And let's move on down to the next one. So this is the one that made us a winner. Let's move on over to it. And price comes back, tags us in at the 786. If we're looking for the short, this is kind of where it gets a little sketchy. So this would have tagged us in here. We probably are stopped out on this one. I'm going to call that a loser. Now, again, we may decide to have a bigger stop loss here. That's undecided at this point, right? So we don't really know. So we're going to call that a loser. And then, so this would be the one that stopped us out. So then we would be looking for a pullback in this direction now. So it pulls back to the 786, bounces, but does not give us the profit. So again, being, trying to be reasonable here and count all the losers. That's another loser. And I think we're going to stop at around 1 o'clock here. So this one, and this is just taking every 786. This is not being, we're not being picky in any way. We're just taking every 786 pullback. So we made a new swing high here, so I'm going to move down to that. If we kind of make a swing high, then I'll move to those areas. That's kind of what we're thinking. So actually, I missed one here. This one should be here. There we go. So this one handle stop, 4.5 handles. So that's a winner. That one is a winner. Now we move down to this one. Move this over to here. So you can see we get tagged in here, and then price trades down. Does this quite, I don't think this quite gets to us, does it? Oh, that's about as close as it can be there. Well, it actually gets us here. So that is a winner. So 2.25 handles, 8.5. And I'm just rounding down on these. Oh, wait. Anyways. And that's kind of pretty much take us to 1 o'clock there, a little past 1. So we're going to kind of, this is just going to kind of be like a half day type deal here. And we'll call that a loss right quick. We'll include that one. 2.25. Let's call it 3. All right. So let's take a look at the numbers here. Just, quick and easy. These are a lot of trades, right? A lot of trades. It's something that I may go back and back test further. Maybe on a higher time frame. 15 seconds certainly giving us a lot of trades here. So on the 15-second, we had, let's first just look at the winners. And what I'm going to do at first, we're going to add up the total points for each winner. And then we'll do the number of winners, the number of losers, derive a winning percentage, if you will, 8 and 1. So total winning points, 127. So this is points. Let's get the losing points now. You guys will have to bear with me here. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. If you're not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. We do stream live 5 days a week, London and New York. 3 a.m. Eastern for the London, 9:15 a.m. Eastern for the New York. And we do have all the links down below if you guys are interested in trading futures. Topstep, APEX, Bulenox, all the links down below. And we also have the link to the Discord. So far, we're at 127 points in winners, 53 points in losers. Now let's add up the winners and the losers and get a percentage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 winners. And I'm going to guess we probably have 13 losers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 losers. So 13 and 11. So 13 divided by 24. That is 60. Is that right? 13 divided by 24. 54% so far. So not a great win percentage, right? It's not that great. 127 minus 53. But we made 74 points. And that's just in the morning, taking just the pullbacks. Now, will this hold up over time? I don't really know. $1,480. This is just a quick video to kind of show you guys what I'm thinking on the 786 pullback. Not something you have to use all the time. Obviously, this is running at 56%, 54% right here in the morning time. But do your own back testing. Go back and back test it. I'm going to do it deeper. I'm probably going to run 2-3 weeks on this, see what it looks like, and go from there. And I'll kind of pass the results on to you guys. But something that certainly seems interesting on the 15-second chart here, and maybe we start implementing it into our daily trading. We'll see. But that's going to do it for me. We'll be live 3 a.m. for the London session. We'll see you guys then. Appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day.